Hi guys, it's Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet, and here I am sitting on the floor in my yarn room, which will eventually be done. I am not working hard at it. I get in here maybe about 5 minutes a day, if that. The other day I think I spent like 10 minutes in it, and I got kind of frustrated and said, nah. I used to be a very, very organized person when it came to yarn. And I'm not so organized now, but I'm getting back there. And yeah, I have a lot of duplicate purchases that should never have been made. I used to store each color that I bought in one of these. And that's how I knew if I needed another one. Here's Persephone. Come here, you silly girl. There's Persephone, firefly in the sky. She's the only one who's been allowed in here. And that's only because I had a couple of emails asking where she was. So, here she is. Oh, you guys can't see. There she is. Yep, so she's been having fun investigating in here. She is liked by two. She is liked by Mythos and Maisie. She is very unliked by Phoebe, though. So that's something we're still working on. She just saw her reflection and took off running. Alrighty, so today's video is about 10 non-yarny things about me. And I need the old lady glasses for that. So, my 10 non-yarny things. Number 1, I'm old. My last name is McDonald, and I have a farm. Yeah, it's not called Old McDonald's Farm. It's actually called Run Amuck Homestead. And it all started with a homeschool science project. Uh-oh, nope, nothing's gonna fall. We thought that it would be fun to see if we could get some eggs to hatch. So I put a post on Craigslist asking for some hatching eggs, and that we wanted to do it for a homeschool science project, and that we would hatch them and that they could have the chicks back, whichever ones had hatched. So we did find a nice man, and he gave us a whole bunch of eggs. And so we hatched them. I don't think very many of them hatched. I think we had like about 7 or 8 hatch. So we contacted the man and said, we hatched the chickens, I can bring them to you now. And he said, oh, well, no, I gave you those, so I didn't want them back. And I kind of about had a heart attack because I didn't know what to do with chickens. So we raised those, and in that process we got more eggs to hatch. And that first winter we did it, we ended up with 19 hens, and then we acquired a rooster because we of course wanted to hatch eggs again. Why not? So that started the chickens. And then the guy who used to live across the street from me, he got a goat. And I was so jealous that he had a goat. And I kept trying to talk my husband into, letting me get a goat so we could raise it with his goat, and then we would have a goat. Of course, he was raising his for meat. And I went in thinking that that was what I would do too, but he kept saying, no, we don't need a goat. No, we don't need a goat. Well, the guy who used to live across the street from me said, I think you need a goat, and I found a lady who has a goat. So I left that afternoon with no goat in my car, and I had my sidekick Devil with me, and we came home with a goat. Yes. And my husband about had a heart attack, but he got used to it. And so we had a goat and 20 chickens. And the goat was he was still technically a boy goat. He still had his testicles. So we didn't want to have goat babies, so I contacted somebody to help me band the goat. But the goat had some very large testicles. So we actually had to have the vet come out, and or I made an appointment for the vet to come out well, my husband named him Nads, because of course he had some big honking nads. Well, the vet had to come out to the house, and she knocked him out, cut his nads out, and that was a science class for my son at that point, or that day, and the vet dissected the testicles with my son, and she explained, the parts and all that other kind of stuff, and I was just like, yay! I don't have to teach science class today. So, she's going to kill me. It's all going to come flying down. Anyway, well, to make a long story short, or otherwise I could keep going on and on and on, but at one point, I think we had roughly like 12 turkeys, a whole bunch of geese, a whole bunch of chickens, a whole bunch of ducks, a whole bunch of goats, and some quail. I'll put pictures somewhere in here about all the beautiful animals that we used to have on the farm. Right now we have 7 goats and 10 chickens. And that's only because fall is here. And we don't keep all of our animals over the winter. So, you're being silly, Persephone. Alrighty, so That was number one non-yarny thing about me. I have a farm, and it's not old McDonald's farm. Number two, hey sweetie, I am allergic to just about everything in the world. I am allergic to this little cutie pie right here. I'm allergic to the 4 cats that we have. I'm allergic to the 3 dogs that we have. I'm allergic to the 7 goats that we have. It's kind of easier to tell you what I'm not allergic to as to what I am allergic to. So, I do suffer from anaphylaxis, which is why I always carry EpiPens with me wherever I go. I get anaphylaxis with tree nuts, and not peanuts. I can eat peanuts because peanuts are technically a legume. Tree nuts are the ones that grow up in trees, pecans, walnuts, those types of things. So I do get anaphylaxis. I get anaphylaxis with mango, and bunny rabbits I get anaphylaxis with, and a host of other things, but just to name a few, I get anaphylaxis. I do take allergy medications. I take 3 a day, and I used to take a shot every month, but the allergy medications are working right now, so I don't have to take a shot unless they get really bad, normally in the fall, but I've been all right this fall, and in the spring. Spring is normally worse for me. Okay, so number 3, I have 2 autoimmune diseases. One is diabetes 1.5, or it's called latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. And I am insulin dependent. I had hoped at one point to get off insulin, but since being diagnosed with this, the prognosis of me getting off insulin is nil. I might be able to go to a lower dose. We are still tweaking different medications. I take 1, 2, 3 medications in addition to my insulin, trying to lower my insulin dose. But it doesn't look like it will go any lower. But, you know, that's life, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so my second autoimmune disease is called HS. If any of you are, if any of you know Carrie from Carrie's Down the Rabbit Hole, she, not laughing at Carrie, I'm laughing at Persephone. She too suffers from HS. Australia is a bit more, I would say maybe the doctors know more about it, and are more progressive in treating or helping to treat HS. There is, at my last research, and I actually kind of gave up doing research on it because nobody is really doing any research on it. There was no known cause, there's no known treatment, and there's no known cure. I am in the final stage of the disease, and I have noticed that since I have gone through menopause, yes, I have not, I call them lesions. my lesions have come and gone fairly quickly. I still am in pain. Maybe about 15 days out of the month, but I don't take any pain meds. I take Tylenol. It does not do anything for me. I have elected not to take any type of pain medication because the pain medication didn't do anything for me either. I find a position of comfort, and I can stay in that position for hours and hours. I've learned to tolerate the pain, and that's just how it is. I still have to do farm chores. I still have to do feed Persephone here. I have to do everything. So whether or not I'm in pain, things have to get done. So yeah, that's that. All right. Number 4, when I was younger, in my younger days, when I lived in South Carolina, I was a swimmer. I swam for the swim team that we had, and I had dreams of going to the Olympics. Yeah, I just wasn't fast enough to go to the Olympics. I had loads of fun. My mom and my dad took me to all of the swim meets all around Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and I think we even went to some in Virginia and everywhere. But it was at least once a month we were going somewhere to a swim meet. I did make it as far as Junior Olympics each year, but you know, that was it. I do have ribbons and trophies and medals and stuff, but they are all at my mom's house, and I'll have to go pick those up next year after my mom's estate is settled. So, yes, believe it or not, I used to be a swimmer, and I can still do the butterfly. Okay, number 5. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the adoption triad, but there are 3 members of within an adoption. There's the adopted child, there's the adoptive parent, and there's the birth parent. I come into 2 of the adoption triad. I am adopted. I am the youngest of 4 adopted children. And I have adopted. I was able to get pregnant. I have been pregnant 4 times. I had 2 miscarriages, a stillbirth, and our oldest son died 40 or 58 minutes after he was born. And our oldest daughter's name is Siobhan, and she was stillborn. And our oldest son's name is Christian, and he lived for 58 minutes. I had cancer runs in my family. I had cervical cancer. I have been cancer-free for 27 years now. My brother had cancer whenever he was younger. He had testicular cancer, and he was cancer-free for quite a long time. He has since been diagnosed with leukemia. My sister just lost her battle in 10 months after my daughter and granddaughter were killed. She lost her battle with cancer in September of 2017. So right now it's just my brother who has leukemia right now, and myself that are left of my family. aside from nieces and a nephew and some grandnieces and nephews. Both of my children were adopted. Emily was adopted when she was 4 months old. And Devil was adopted. I first met Devil when he had just gone into foster care with another family. I was working at the time. I was a health and safety specialist, and I went into different homes to make sure that they were okay. I met Devil when he was 4 months old, when he went into foster care, and I saw him and I immediately said I had to have this little boy. He was the most adorable little boy that you have ever seen in your life, or my life, or anybody's life. He was set to be adopted by another family, but the lady had a stroke, so she was unable to do that. So he bounced around, and then his social worker called and asked if we would be interested. And I said, hell yes. And we got him the next day. Now, I'm not going to say life with him is all fun and games, because it is not. He does have some disabilities, but they're private. And the one that I will talk about is his ADHD. We both have ADHD, and you can imagine just how some homeschool days with two people with ADHD. I'll leave it at that. Okay, and leading to number 6, I homeschooled my son. We've homeschooled him since 2nd grade. We had some issues with the school district that they would not listen to his doctor. So we pulled him out, and I have not looked back since then. So I have been homeschooling him since the 2nd grade. He is now he is starting the 8th grade. We did hold him back 1 year. But he is all, aside from one subject, he is all at grade level. So that's good. Number 7 is I collect some weird things. I collect Coca-Cola items. And my kitchen is done in Coca-Cola. And whenever my mom held a lot of my Coca-Cola stuff, so whenever I go to settle her estate, I will be bringing a whole bunch of my Coca-Cola stuff back. We didn't want it to be broken during all of the different moves that we made, so she held on to a lot of it. I collect moose. I wish I could have a moose, a real live moose, but since that's illegal, I don't feel like going. Oh, did you do that? You bad kitty. I don't feel like going to jail for having a pet moose. So I don't have a pet moose. The other weird things I collect are t-shirts. I love t-shirts. And the other thing that goes along with that is I collect hoodies. Not the zipper ones. Just you put it over, you put your hands in the pocket, and you go. T-shirts and hoodies. I probably have, oh, I don't even know how many I have. I have a lot. I have been known to acquire t-shirts from people. If I like a t-shirt, I will do that somebody is wearing. I will do everything I can to get that person to give me that t-shirt. I've actually had a couple people just take it off their backs and they say, here you go, you can have it. And I offered to buy them another shirt. They said, no, just take it. So I have acquired some shirts like that. Okay, we won't go anywhere. Number 8, I love hockey. Love, love, love hockey. I'm a season ticket holder for our university team here. We had a scrimmage game against ourselves last Friday. Our first game is this coming Friday, so you guys might get some hockey videos or clips of videos in some of my videos. I love to go camp. Oh, number 9 is I love to go camping, and not glamping. Glamping is not for me. I like to go good old-fashioned camping in a tent, sleeping bag. If you get wet, you get wet. We love to go fishing. My son is the only one who likes salmon, so if we do catch salmon, we normally give it to whoever we go fishing with, because we just can't store a whole bunch of salmon just for one person to eat. And number 10 is I love Zumba. I do Zumba. I did take a hiatus this last time. I don't know why, but I do Zumba twice a week. And a little known fact that I am actually a Zumba instructor. I have never taught a class. I probably never will teach a class, but I did it just to see if I could do it. And I am certified actually to teach Zumba Basic and Strong by Zumba. I don't know. Do you guys want to learn Zumba? Do you want me to teach you how to do Zumba? I could. Alright guys, that's all for my 10 non-yarny things about me. There are others, but that'll have to be for a different day. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Persephone, do you want to say goodbye? You spoiled baby kitty. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not all. I have shout-outs. Let me see. Shout-outs. I have 5 shout-outs. The first one I have is Madonna. I love Madonna. She is just hilarious. I loved her fake live. I was dying laughing the whole entire time. Except, you know, I am a little butthurt because I was not mentioned in the live. But that's all right. I know there are so many other people, you know, out there that, you know, she hit on. But I was a little butthurt. I'm just teasing with you, Madonna. I love you. Other shout out I have is Marianne from Yarn Happens with Marianne. She's a new YouTuber. I think she has 4 or 5 videos. And you guys need to go check her out. She just a little while ago, she just finished making, or is still working on, the blanket that Mikey was doing. I really hate blankets. I hate making blankets, but it's good. We're talking about Marianne. She does amigurumi, and she also, don't listen, Madonna, she also knits. Okay, you guys go check out Yarn Happens with Marianne. I got an eye booger in my eye. Darn cats. The next one is Mary from Mary's Crochet. I almost said it. Chit Chat. And I actually just did a swap with Mary, and I actually still haven't opened up my package. My neighbor or my friend got it while I was taking a short vacation to Palmer to the fair, and she got it, and when she pulled it out, it exploded everywhere. So she put it in a box for me, and I still have to open it, but I was waiting till she got hers, and she has gotten hers, so now I can open mine. So go check out Mary with Mary's Crochet Chit Chat. I am going to end up saying that word and not meaning to. The next shout out is for Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches Crochet. She's wonderful. She does her own patterns. I hate her because she can do that and I can't. Not really. I really do love her. And she loves Premier Yarn. And I think, well, let's just say, I am blaming her for my sleep ordering of Premier Yarns. Go check her out. She's lots of fun. And she actually just went to Disney World. Or is it Disneyland? I don't remember. Disney World, I think, is in Florida. I think. Okay. And my next shout out is for Beth at Heaven's Peacemaker. I actually just contacted her before she went on vacation and to see about making a special order. And she did contact me and say that she would love to do it. It will be it will take a while to do, so and yeah, I do not have a day that I have to have it by. It's just something that I would like to have. So go check out Beth, Heaven's Peacemaker. So I'll do it again. Madonna from Madonna Ballard, Marianne, Yarn Happens with Marianne, Mary from Mary's Crochet Chit Chat, Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches Crochet, and Beth from Heaven's Peacemaker. Go check them out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Persephone, here, you can come say bye now. Here you go. Say bye-bye. Alrighty. See ya.